We would like to invite Dr. Ritika. She's a fellow in cornea and refractive services at Narayan Nethralaya. She works extensively in management of keratoconus and other corneal conditions. So she's going to be showing an interesting video. We just spoke about few minutes back about how we can do a customized cross-linking for the patients. Over to you, Dr. Ritika.
Thank you, ma'am. This video. So, is my video visible?
No, Ritika, you need to still go ahead and play the video.
Okay. I am playing the video. Is it visible
First,
now?
play the video and then share the screen. Stop sharing. First, play the video and then share the screen.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right.
Have no financial interest. Corneal collagen cross-linking has been proven to cause stabilization of keratoconus and has got FDA approval in April 2016. But the big question which haunts all of us is, what about the quality of vision and life? If we do a textbook survey of the treatment options, it provides us a variety of options which will help in stabilizing the progression of keratoconus. But the question is there nothing we can do about the visual quality? Topo-guided photorefractive keratectomy requires a minimal corneal thickness of 450 microns. The procedure had good visual outcomes. However, its limiting factor was the thinnest pachymetry. The Cretan protocol ablated 50 microns of the central cornea and hence works better for central cones. When people in different geographical areas have customized their lifestyle based on topography, why should we treat all keratoconus the same? Isn't it time to apply our clinical skills for customization of treatment? We know the cones have different sizes and shapes. So, our research question was, is there any way we can achieve visual outcomes comparable to topo-guided PRK? Is there any way to localize and decenter the zone of ablation? Well, now there is. Introducing TREC. TREC stands for Topography Guided Removal of Epithelium in Keratoconus followed by collagen cross-linking. Planning a topo-guided treatment in the Schwind-Amaris platform. The offset of the cone is measured from the pupillary center from the anterior tangential curvature map, followed by measuring the long and short axis of the cone. The ablation depth is set at a maximum of 20 microns, more than the thinnest corneal epithelium thickness, measured by an anterior segment OCT. All this is done on the PTK custom ablation module. Intraoperatively, after identification of the cone, a topo-guided PTK is done over the thinnest pachymetry along with a 20 microns of stromal ablation. Next, the epithelium over the rest of the cornea, up to 8 millimeters in diameter, is manually scraped followed by accelerated cross-linking. There was a significant improvement in post-operative, uncorrected as well as corrected visual acuity, and the procedure had a good safety profile with reliable results time after time. Other applications are Intacs, followed by topo-guided removal of epithelium in keratoconus. We can use it to regularize the cornea post-Intacs, keeping in mind the ablation zone does not overlap the epithelium over the ring. This gives the patients much better visual outcomes than the Intacs alone. With TREC, therefore, we have better epithelial regularization with additional advantage of minimizing the stromal ablation. The climb to true patient customization is finally here.
Excellent presentation, Dr. Rudy. I think this could be a game changer because, we get a lot of keratoconus patients, and the real challenge is the visual rehabilitation. So, along if the patient of keratoconus can even achieve, I would say 6/12 or better, then it's a huge achievement. And I think I would like to congratulate you and all of your team at the Narayan Netralaya for doing this successfully. Now, we want you to try to, develop these on other machines like Dr. Pooja said on Zeiss and other platforms. I would really like to have those feedbacks. Dr.
Right.
Pooja.
Definitely. As I said, now we have one more machine which probably will help us customize. So let's see and get back to you on it. So maybe in another 3 to 4 months.
Yes. Dr. Alisha, your views on that?
No, it's amazing. If we can do this, we can get excellent vision. And for C3R, the minimum thickness we do keep as 400, right? These
Ritika, you can go
procedures-
ahead and answer.
So it's not just that. We have a customized calculator which we have developed in Narayan Netralaya.
Right.
So it's an NXT UVA calculator. So if we are falling below the 400 micron zone, so epithelium off, we put it in the calculator. For example, if we have a patient who has a 390 micron TCT and we remove the epithelium of 50 microns from the epithelial map and we are left with 340 microns. So we put it in a calculator. It's available as a QR code or a URL, which we put it on a smartphone. And that gives us like a 3 milliwatt or a 9 milliwatt protocol with a 0.1% and a 0.2% riboflavin concentration. So around 340 microns, we will do like 7.5 minutes for that patient. So we can alter our UV fluence. So our limitation is not the thickness in this case.
So is this available freely? The UV power calculation?
Right. Yes. So it's as a URL also, and we can share the
Please
URL
do.
with you. And
Yeah.
QR code is also there.
For my thinner corneas, I've been doing contact lens assisted C3R. I've gone very low, sometimes even 320 micron corneas I've done. But yeah, because when there's no other option,
Yes.
yeah.
So I think Dr. Ritika can share the link with you.
Please do.
We've been doing it for more than 2 years now, and we are finding very good results. And she just won the best paper in cornea session for that, and now she's going to for the same, because transplantation
Congratulations.
would always be the last option.
That's what I feel. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll share this link with you.
Please do. Thank you.
Even I've been following this customized, the custom fluence energy, and I'm getting the very nice results. I think